keep from troubled lips. But here, you load your life into a clip. Movies and magazines like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, over a century of summers, not for the faint-hearted. Villains of all hunters, a wild life, from the bandits to wildlife. Survivors arise from the memories of newcomers. Problems resolved with revolvers, shotguns, and sniper rifles. Life evolves from the righteous. You not one, the homicidal might change. That a map fully covered with strange facts. I think I might stay. Sanctuary. 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 Welcome to Pandora. Around here, they can smell the fear in your aura. Loyalty, one thing you need to be sure of. The snakes ain't just snakes, they cannot be ignored. Cause anything can happen here the longer that you linger. Make sure you keep your mind as quick as your trigger finger. And grenades are okay if they stay in your way. If you play renegade, better be death bringers. Loot favors are lucky, but luck ain't in your favor. Questions suggest you shoot first and ask later. And the key is beauty from the peaks to the craters. Forget everything you learned, it's time to get creative. I seen things you can't imagine to be real. And any beliefs that you may feel, I guarantee you'll change if you make it. You settle that this world is for the taking. I think I might stay. Sanctuary. 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 Sanctuary.
dread. Wicked fangs left on the lead. The tears don't stop the fire. It's killing time. Back from the dead. See their eyes got nothing left. Kiss me, I am the cobra. It's killing time. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Am I here, am I right? With a name that I never liked. Rip me out the moment. It's killing time. Fear in the dark. All these thoughts will never stop. Meet my friend the lonesome. It's killing time. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die. Let me live, oh let me live, oh let me die.
Riding head down low, take your robbery rocker, make your robbery rocker, work your robbery rocker, huffy robbery rubber, huffy robbery rubber, huffy robbery rubber, beat that bitch up, your legs no wicked, put your got now.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together.
Want to hear the new dubstep song I wrote? Hey, hey! Want to hear the new dubstep song I wrote? Dubstep, 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 dubstep. Dubstep, 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 dubstep. 3, 2, 1, drop!
Once upon a time, the Vault Hunters played a game.
It's a lovely day in Flame Rock
Check,
Refuge.
check, check.
This place used to be really nice, and the handsome sorcerer messed everything up.
Wait, didn't you just say the sorcerer messed up the town? Why would things be lovely?
Whoops. What I meant to say is, it's eternal night, and you hear spooky music, and the whole area kind of smells like butts and dead people. Suddenly you're attacked by a horde of skellymans. They start shooting at you. You get close to the entrance to Flame Rock Refuge, but suddenly, the handsome sorcerer's pet dragon appears! Surprise attack! You try to attack the dragon, but your attacks do nothing! The dragon attacks and... critical hit!
Tina, you can't start your campaign with a boss fight players can't win.
Okay, how about a new boss? He's a skeleton, and his name is... Mr. Bony Pants Guy?
And so the Vault Hunters and their little psychopath headed back into the wasteland.
It's your boy, Claptrap. Shout out to the Pandora Honeys! Yeah! Check me out! Oomps, 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 yeah! You're about to get caught in the Claptrap rap trap! Putting the hype in Hyperion! Well, they call me CL4PTP, only got one eye, but even I can't see that when it comes to this vault hunting mercenary game in a world of nobodies, I'm the #1 name! Elvis, Helios, Pandora, and Space, my motto wheel takes me all over the place. And wherever I go, I'm in minds and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs when I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, those other two dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. While using me like some glorified courier. They shot me down without giving me a chance. All I wanted to do was help out and dance. One step to the left, one step to the right. Just don't step to me unless you're ready for a fight. Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Hey, that's a huge improvement! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! I snap this track is my time to attack. Hit him with the clap back, catch him up in the flat. Cause their style is whack and they're unattractive. I clap trap more handsome than Jack. So you want to hear a story, huh? With treasure and honor and glory, huh? Well, gather round, shut up and pump it up. Cause this ride's about to get bumpy. Assassins I bested them, products I've tested them. Hunted for vaults from the east to the west of Pandora. No matter the four of them, I'm off the floor of them anytime I bump a chest. I know Lilith thinks that I need her. She thinks I'm a greeter, but I'm gonna razzle and dazzle her. Tired of holding my breath, cause I'm sick to death of just hello, traveler. Hey, hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually. Hey, hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually. Who was there when they got off of the bus? Who was there when other bunch of just gathering rust? Just who do you think led them all to greatness? I should be hanging with hotties, not totally dangerous. Yeah, I used to be a street bubble, then I evolved into the leader of the mighty revolution. It's all the issue of Hyperion's evil forever, at least until the pre-sequel. Then once again, I rolled up to the plate with new frag trap protocols. Must have been fake, cause when Zarpedon tried to blow up the moon, I blew up her face and all of her goon. Then I killed some Iranians and let a vault raid. Hey, even claptracking has gotta get paid. Then I went on a quest inside of myself. Saved the day and woke up on the southern shelf. Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Hey, that's a huge improvement! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! And did I mention Jack killed off my product line with the H he got from inside of my mind? Well, it takes a little more than an admin key and a gun and a virus to shut down me. Yeah, my beats can't stop this heat I got inside. I just can't hide it. My programming, gifted jamming, dedicated RAM all day and night. I'm smooth like grease, I rise like yeast, and just because they're not deceased, they're throwing words like great and hero and defender of the peace. Well, enough with moving, now I'm coping, taking shots and I'm no scoping. Ooh, the one who faced Jack and lived, yeah, right. I was getting shot by Jack when they were fucking train rides. Word to your minion, y'all. Yeah. Tequila?
Play the video. Don't play the video. Just give me voice of God.
Without giving me a chance, all I wanted to do was help out and dance. One step to the left, one step to the right. Just don't tell me unless you're ready.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, listen. So this is the first time at PAX East that they've had so many freaking people outside. I hear it was like crazy. Like half the mezzanine isn't even full yet, and there's apparently a quarter-mile line still outside, and they're trying to get people through security. So are you guys cool? Like, I'd hate for all the people that aren't yet in the room to miss out. Are you guys cool if we like? And look, it can't be a PAX Gearbox main theater show unless something goes horribly wrong. So if we could just get that out of the way at the beginning, that'd be so much better. Are you guys cool if we chill for a minute? Okay. Yeah, we got another four and a half minutes on the clock. We'll see how many people that can get in before then. We'll see. We might be doing this again, depending on how fast we get through security. Thank you guys. I'll be back out in a minute.
I'm Saul the Vault Hunters and their little secret.
It's your boy, Claptrap. Shout out to the Pandora Honeys. Yeah, check me out. Hey, hey! Wanna hear the new dubstep song I wrote? Dubstep, 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 dubstep. Dubstep, dubstep, dubstep. 3, 2, 1, drop!
Once upon a time, the Vault Hunters played a game.
It's a lovely day in Flame Rock Refuge. This place used to be really nice, until the handsome sorcerer messed everything up.
Wait, didn't you just say the sorcerer messed up the town? Why would things be lovely?
Whoops. What I meant to say is, it's eternal night, and you hear spooky music, and the whole area kind of smells like butts and dead people. Suddenly you're attacked by a horde of skellimans. They start shooting at you. You get close to the entrance to Flame Rock Refuge, but suddenly, the handsome sorcerer's pet dragon appears! Surprise attack! You try to attack the dragon, but your attacks do nothing! The dragon attacks and... critical hit!
Tina, you can't start your campaign with a boss fight. Players can't win.
Okay, how about a new boss? He's a skeleton, and his name is... Mr. Bony Pants Guy?
Vault Hunters. Ladies and gentlemen.
It's a lovely day in Flame Rock Refuge. This place used to be really nice until the handsome sorcerer messed everything up.
Wait, didn't you just say the sorcerer messed up the town? Why would things be lovely?
Whoops. What I meant to say is, it's eternal night, and you hear spooky music, and the whole area kind of smells like butts and dead people. Suddenly you're attacked by a horde of skelly-mins. They start shooting at you. You get close to the entrance to Flame Rock Refuge, but suddenly, the handsome sorcerer's pet dragon appears! Surprise attack! You try to attack the dragon, but your attacks do nothing! The dragon attacks and... critical hit!
Tina, you can't start your campaign with a boss fight. Players can't win.
Okay, how about a new boss? He's a skeleton, and his name is... Mr. Bony Pants Guy?
And so the Vault Hunters and their little cycle headed back into the wasteland.
It's your boy, Claptrap. Shout out to the Pandora Honeys. Yeah, check me out. Ooms, 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 yeah. You're about to get caught in the Claptrap rap trap. Putting the hype in Hyperion. Well, they call me CL4PTP. Only got one eye, but even I can't see that when it comes to this vault hunting mercenary game in a world of nobodies. I'm the #1 name. Elvis, Helios, Pandora, and space. My model wheel takes me all over the place. And wherever I go, I'm in minds and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs when I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, those other two dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Well, using me like some glorified courier. They shot me down without giving me a chance. All I wanted to do was help out and dance. One step to the left, one step to the right. Just don't step to me unless you're ready for a fight. Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Hey, that's a huge improvement! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! I snap this track is my time to attack. Hit him with the clap back, catch him up in the flat. Cause their style is whack and they're unattractive. I clap trap more handsome than Jack. So you want to hear a story, huh? With treasure and honor and glory, huh? Well, gather round, shut up and pump it up. Cause this ride's about to get bumpy. Assassins I bested, I'm products I've tested. I'm hunting for vaults from the east to the west of Pandora. No matter the four of them, I'm off the floor of them anytime I pump a chest. I know Lilith thinks that I need her, she thinks I'm a greeter. But I'm gonna razzle and dazzle her, tired of holding my breath. Cause I'm sick to death of just, hello, traveler. Hey, hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually. Hey, hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually. Who was there when they got off of the bus? Who was there when other bunch of just gather and rust? Just who do you think led them all to greatness? I should be hanging with hotties, not totally dangerous. Yeah, used to be a strongbow, but then I evolved into the leader of the mighty revolution. It's all the issue of Hyperion's evil forever, at least until the pre-sequel. Then once again, I rolled up to the plate with new frag trap protocols. Must have been fake, cause when Sarpedon tried to blow up the moon, I blew up her face and all of her goons. Then I killed some Iridians and let a vault raid. Hey, even claptracking has gotta get paid. Then I went on a quest inside of myself. Saved the day I woke up on the southern shelf.
Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Great! That's a huge improvement! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week!
Did I mention Jack killed off my product line with the H stress he got from inside of my mind? Well, it takes a little more than an admin key and a gun and a virus to shut down me. Yeah, my beats can't stop this heat I got inside. I just can't hide it. My programming, gifted jamming, dedicated RAM all day and night. I'm smooth like grease, I rise like yeast, and just because they're not deceased, they're throwing words like great and hero and defender of the peace. Well, enough with moping. Now I'm coping, taking shots, and I'm no scope.
You get close to the entrance to Flame Rock Refuge, but suddenly, the handsome sorcerer's pet dragon appears! Surprise attack! You try to attack the dragon, but your attacks do nothing! The dragon attacks and... critical hit!
Hey, you guys! Yeah, right? I think the good news is, the longer it takes the security to get everybody in here, the closer we'll be to the launch of the game. So it's kind of helping the time pass. Anybody know any good jokes? Guys, thank you so much for your patience. There are a lot of people outside. When I came out last time to ask you guys if you can tolerate waiting, they told me there were more people outside still than were inside. We've asked security to speed it up as best as they can, but obviously their job is for everyone's safety, especially mine. I calculate, do I tell the joke? Magic? All right, I'll hook you up. I don't want anyone to miss anything though. So let's see, you guys, we're just gonna take a few more minutes. It looks like there's just a couple more sections up in the mezzanine to get filled up. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm so sorry, it's a security thing. It has nothing to do with us. We're ready to go. We're pumped. We got a huge show for you guys. Looks like. Hopefully that timer won't reset again. But thank you guys for your patience. We'll be out as soon as we can. All right, keep going, faster, security, faster.
Putting the hype in Hyperion! Well, they call me CL4PTP. Only got one eye, but even I can't see that when it comes to this vault-hunting mercenary game in a world of nobodies, I'm the #1 name. Elvis, Helios, Pandora, and space. My model wheel takes me all over the place. And wherever I go, I'm in minds and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs when I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, those other two dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Well, using me like some glorified courier. They shot me down without giving me a chance. All I wanted to do was help out and dance. One step to the left, one step to the right. Just don't step to me unless you're ready for a fight.
Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Great! That's a huge improvement! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week!
I snap this track is my time to attack. Hit him with the clap back, catch him up in the flat. Cause their style is whack and they're unattractive. I clap trap with more hits than Jack. So you want to hear a story, huh? With treasure and honor and glory, huh? Well, gather around, shut up and pump it up. Cause this ride's about to get bumpy. Assassins I bested on products I've tested. I'm hunting for vaults from the east to the west of Pandora. No matter the four of them, I'm off the floor of them anytime they're pumping chest. I know Lilith thinks that I need her. She thinks I'm a greeter, but I'm gonna razzle and dazzle her. Tired of holding my breath, cause I'm sick to death of just hello, traveler.
Hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually. Hey, check me out, check me out, check me out. Wanna watch me dance, watch me dance, watch me dance. I know I get it eventually. I know I get it eventually.
Who was there when they got off of the bus? Who was there when other bunch of just gathering rust? Just who do you finish you up. Hyperion's evil forever, at least until the pre-sequel. Then once again, I rolled up to the plate with new frag trap protocols. Must have been fake, cause when Sarpedon tried to blow up the moon, I blew up her face and all of her goon. Then I killed some Meridians and let a vault raid. Hey, even Claptrap units gotta get paid. Then I went on a quest inside of myself. Saved the day and woke up on the southern shelf.
Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Wait, that's a huge eruption! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week! Check it out! New bonuses this week!
Did I mention Jack killed off my product line with the H he got from inside of my mind? Well, it takes a little more than an admin key and a gun and a virus to shut down me. Yeah, my beats can't stop this heat I got inside. I just can't hide it. My programming, gifted jamming, dedicated RAM all day and night. I'm smooth like grease, I rise like yeast, and just because they're not deceased, they're throwing words like great and hero and defender of the peace. Well, enough with moping, now I'm coping, taking shots and I'm no scoping. Ooh, the one who faced Jack and lived, yeah, right. I was getting shot by Jack when they were fucking train rides. Word to your minion, y'all. Yeah.
I'm timeless, like my clothes. Love's mannequin. Comfortable? Not really, but I look hot. Without my clothes, I'm naked.
All right, everybody, welcome to the stage, Randy Pitchford.
Hey, you guys! How's it going? We're doing this. There's still like apparently 500 people outside, but you're with us, so we're gonna go. Are there any Borderlands fans in the house? We're almost there, you guys. It's like literally 2 weeks. September 13th. We're so close, right? Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm wearing the shirt. Did you guys see the shirt? We are pumped. We got some awesome stuff for you guys today. We're gonna be talking about the game. We're gonna be showing stuff that no one's seen before yet. Talking about some endgame stuff later. We've got a whole lot of other content to talk to you guys about, some great games coming up, some surprises, hopefully, some announcements to make. It's gonna be an awesome show. Thank you guys so much for coming. I just can't believe that people wanna hang out with us and look at our weird art that we make. And like, it's so cool that when, as creators, and I know I can see like cosplayers and some other folks that probably get this. As creators, there's no greater thrill in the world than when people enjoy the work that we do, right? We work really hard, and our mission is just to try to create joy and happiness for you guys. That's the only reason why we exist, is to try to create more fun and make the world cooler. And the fact that people think our weird stuff is cool is just amazing. So thank you guys so much for being here. Now I know, like, if you're like me, I'm not playing the game anymore. I played it a lot, but I'm waiting until the retail version drops. So if you're like me, you just can't wait till the 13th, because that's when we're finally gonna get to play the retail version of Borderlands 3. And how do we pass the time? Like, what do we do? Now, some of you guys may have checked out, we did an add-on for Borderlands 2 called Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary. Who does a DLC? Who does an add-on for a game that's 7 years old? Gearbox does. Hello. Super fun to work on. It was a blast working out the story with the narrative team and our allies up at Gearbox Studio Quebec and folks at the headquarters in Frisco just really killed it. Now, when this thing launched, which was in June, we worked with most of the first parties so that a lot of people got a chance to get it for free. If you have not played this yet and you missed out on the free version, if you're here with us today, when you leave, we're going to give you a code for a free copy. So we're hooking you guys up. Thank you for coming out with us. And even the people that come in late, we're going to get you guys on the way out now so that everybody gets it. And if you already have it, hook up a friend, right? It's a digital code. You can sort somebody out. It's an awesome DLC campaign, and it's a perfect bridge between the events of Borderlands 2 and the events that are about to unfold in Borderlands 3, which, holy crap. Okay, you guys, we got a lot of awesome stuff planned for you today. I think we should just get started. You guys ready? Okay, we're gonna get Steve Gibson, who's head of publishing out here, to talk about some of the stuff that's going on with Gearbox Publishing. But first, I think we should see a word from our sponsors.
This one's
Please welcome to the stage from Gearbox Publishing, Steve Gibson.
Hey everybody. We are so lucky to work with so many great creators here at Gearbox. You see the picture behind me here where we have just been really just so fortunate, and we're so thankful for those guys to choose to work with us, and we're so thankful for you, the gamers out there, to take a look at their creations. Gearbox Publishing, our mission is to be the most developer-friendly publisher in the world, and we are trying to live that every day. I want you guys to take a look at a few more games we're ready, excited to announce, and take a look at a few more games we're ready to announce additional content for as well. Take a look. I hope you like it.
Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party? Have you forgotten your joy?
People have to know. Why wouldn't you give me my joy? They're starving to death. Have you not noticed?
What have I done?
Downer. Lie down your arms, Miss B.
No.
I got stuff going on you wouldn't even dream of.
Oh yeah, really?
Look at the video game and then see me on the screen!
Oh yeah, this is definitely the right place. You're the one. Okay, listen to me. We don't have time to get into it right now, but you're coming with me.
I want to hit one just to see what happens.
Man, I'm glad you're the one controlling all this, huh? Oh my god! Holy shit, what the hell was that?
Did he just see me take a shot?
My bad.
From System Era Games, Joe Tirado.
Hey everyone, super excited to be here on the first day of PAX with this amazing announcement. I gotta say, I was a little weirded out knowing that I'd be standing in front of a room with hundreds of masked psychos, and it's all good. Everyone's cool. Yeah, so I'm here to talk about Ashnir coming to PS4. It's gonna be on November 14th of this fall. We're really, really excited about it. Going to be introducing all of the Sony fans to the existing 4 million players on Xbox and on Steam. So yeah. Also, the reason why I'm here with Gearbox and Gearbox Publishing is because we actually partner with them. They're helping us do something that we wanted to do for a long time, and that's make physical retail versions of the game. So we're gonna have those for both Xbox and PS4 on November 14th. So thanks so much to Gearbox Publishing. We're also here at the show. You should come hang out with us at booth 6117. We got some new content, and speaking of new content, we got a little tease for that. Thanks.
The murder party starring me! Suck it! Enjoy a dirt nap! Rise and shine, birthday bear! Yum yum! Blister juice!
Fucking nuke 'em. Remember it for later, baby. Roadkill. Yes, the dance of death, motherfuckers. Keep eating it, Tubby. Faster, harder. Oh, yeah.
Tell them about today's special, Lucky!
I'm not even supposed to be here. I've been saving the world since before you were born. Yeah. I'm sure we're almost out of the woods now, though.
Please welcome from Hopu Games, Paul Morse.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Morse from Hopu Games. And I just wanted to come out here and say thank you all so much for supporting us in our time during early access. All the tweets, all the emails, all the Discord messages have been so positive and amazing. And I just want to say thank you guys for that. Appreciate it a lot. Obviously, thank you. Obviously, as you guys just saw, we are very excited to announce that Risk of Rain 2 is coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch, and those are all available today, right now. Thank you. None of that would have been possible without the help from Gearbox Publishing, as well as the local Seattle team Play Everywhere, who's been working on the ports. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Chase Sensky, who's been leading that project and doing an absolutely amazing time. So thank you to those guys. The last thing I wanted to talk about was our second content update that's coming out for Risk of Rain 2, and that is our Skills 2.0 content update, and that is coming out in September. I can't give a ton of details about it right now, but what I can say is that it's going to be loaded full of content, so look for that in September, and then following shortly after on all the consoles. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks, guys.
Stand by for gate sequence initiation.
Copy that. Mass distribution nominal, approach vector clean. All systems green.
Flash adrift. Jump formation locked in.
Gate sequence start. Quantum waveform detected. Jump gate online.
Commit systems enabled.
Here we go. Jump commit in 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome back to the stage from Gearbox Publishing, Steve Gibson, and from Blackbird Interactive, Rob Cunningham.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and it is my profound honor to announce today that, thanks to Gearbox Publishing, Blackbird Interactive is making Homeworld 3, finally. To say that we're excited about this project is just a ridiculous understatement. And let me tell you why. Next month is the 20th anniversary of the first title in this franchise. And when we made Homeworld in '99, we thought the big deal was going to be that it was 3D, not 2D. So it kind of tells you how far we've come as an industry since then. But we were actually completely wrong. The big deal with Homeworld was not that it was 3D. The big deal with Homeworld was the way it resonated with the fans, that the way it affected them, and the feedback that we've had over the years, the fan mail, the fan fiction, the fan art. In particular, the letters that people have written to us, the personal letters that they've written to us. They've taken the time to articulate why they connected with it, how it resonated with them, and you know, how it inspired them. So, you know, it was that emotional connection that mattered to us, and it really touched us. And, you know, much more than an artistic or technical achievement, which is, of course, so quickly, you know, blown away by the next amazing thing. So when the opportunity came with Steve and his team to make Homeworld 3 finally, we thought, you know, what are we going to do here? And we thought, you know, obviously what we're going to do is make this thing an absolute love letter to the Homeworld fans that have been wanting this thing for so long, and give them exactly what they want. And we know exactly what the Homeworld fans want. They want just massive spaceships fighting it out in space, epic fleet combat on a massive scale. They want gorgeous, spectacular, immersive environments. They want a story that follows the story of Homeworld 2 in a satisfying way that is true to the spirit of the original game and you know, true to its roots. You know, and most of all, they want that special sort of Homeworld tone and vibe that you know, the brand is known for. So, you know, we're going to do all these things, and then we're like, okay, well, how are we going to do that? And the way we're going to do that is by putting together an absolute perfect team of individuals, of talents, who have the chemistry, the history, the familiarity with the IP to pull this off. So we're talking about concept director Aaron Kambitz, who was the original lead artist on the Homeworld games. We're talking about Paul Ruskay, audio composer. Paul's done all the music on every Homeworld game ever made. He's going to be doing the music on this too. And of course, Rory Maguire and the development team at Blackbird Interactive, many of whom are Homeworld development franchise veterans. So, you know, I think with this perfect team of individuals, we can deliver a worthy and authentic sequel into the franchise that the fans, you know, want, they expect, and Lord knows they deserve. So thank you to Steve and his team at Gearbox Publishing for making this happen. Huge thank you and much love to the Homeworld fans and the fan community. And thank you guys here at PAX today. Thanks very much.
Man, Rob covered a lot of it. It is much like it is for Rob. This is a labor of passion for us at Gearbox. This franchise, Homeworld, is the reason that we got into the world of becoming a publisher and got into the world of, you know, helping other developers bring their games in front of so many people. We owe this to the franchise. We owe this to the Homeworld community. We have to do this. And as part of that, we decided actually to do an open development and publishing schedule where you see on the URL behind me or wherever you're looking at it, we did a partnership with Fig. Now, Fig has a bunch of tools that help you communicate and tell everybody how this is going else. It also allows people to get in if they actually wish to invest into the financial future of the game, and you can actually get a reward on that. Because really, it's about giving back to the franchise that they gave us so much, and we are just thrilled to death to be a part of the Homeworld IP. And in fact, we want to do more with Homeworld, so we're going to do that too. So, we're doing one more thing. We're doing Homeworld on mobile as well. Now, it's a separate game being made by our friends over at Stratosphere Games, and it's going to be actually coming out next year. And we decided that anybody who participates in the Fig campaign that Rob's got going over at Fig, they're also going to be the first guys to get to play Homeworld Mobile when it comes out next year. And we have a cute little teaser for you guys to check out. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Have you ever seen this much volume? Take your volume to the next level. With shine, you can see, and shimmer, you can feel.
Herbert, I have found thee!
My love has come along. Sauvage.
Walk that noggin!
So, you want to hear another story, huh? One where the very fate of Pandora hangs in the balance.
Miss me, sugar?
Who's ready for a mother humping tea party? Freestyle!
I will defend you to the death, minion! Okay, no, I won't! Booyah! That's how you do it!
So we made a VR game. It's like honestly, it has so many things going on, it might be easier to show you the stuff that didn't make it in the final build. As staunch rationalists, Tel and I get especially worked up about the life-endangering nonsense peddled by the anti-vaccine movement. Meet the cuddly friend into which we dump all that frustration. Here's how it works. Step 1, you invite your anti-vaxxer friends over. Step 2, while they're being entertained by our deliberately non-threatening presentation of a deadly virus, you are waiting to deliver a harmless prank, as harmless as possible. That one was canceled because our lawyer here said it was illegal.
Well, it is aggravated assault.
Well, can we maybe make a donation to some childhood vaccination program instead?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's do that. We were sad to lose this one, but playtesters found it a bit too detailed.
Actually, that one's in the game.
What?
Yeah.
You kept that in?
Yeah.
Why? But there's other better stuff in there too, right?
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
Welcome back to the stage, Randy Pitchford.
Hey guys. Yeah, that was a really lot of fun working on that project with my friends Penn and Teller. By the way, that video when they made that commercial with the vaccination thing, the actors that were playing the role of the family that was getting vaccinated, they were actually anti-vaxxers. We didn't know this until we were shooting. And I actually made a huge donation to UNICEF to help vaccinate children. In fact, we have already vaccinated 10,000 children. It occurred to me this might bother some of you. Are there any anti-vaxxers out there? Are there proud anti-vaxxers? Raise your hands. If you're a proud anti-vaxxer, raise your hand. I want everyone else to see where all the nuts are. Seriously, you gotta get on the right team here, you guys. We're all breathing the same air here. Come on. Science. It works. Speaking of magic, I know I promised earlier to those of you guys that were already here, have we filled the place yet? Are there still people outside? I do a magic trick, and I thought, some of you don't want to see that. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the Borderlands stuff. So I found a way to do both at the same time. How many of you guys know that there's actually a collector's edition of Borderlands 3? What if we unboxed it right here on stage? Hey, hey, Scott, Anthony, can you guys come on out here and help? Scott Kester, art director, and Anthony Nicholson, a senior producer on Borderlands 3. Let's get this out here. We're gonna show you what's inside this bad boy. Now let me tell you something, this doesn't exist, so it was kind of like weird the way they did it. We, and the team and Gearbox, and we worked really hard to make this incredibly awesome collector's edition, working with some outside help that know how to make physical stuff, because we only know how to make the art and come up with the ideas. You guys can start popping that out. Look at this thing, this is the loot chest. This is solid business here. And you can see how it opens. Go ahead and open it up. Let's show them how this thing opens here. We really cared about this, made this as awesome as could. And then it just showed up the day that we announced the game back in April at PAX East, and showed up on the GameStop website, and it sold out instantly. So I don't know if any of you guys got lucky enough to get one. Did any of you guys pre-order? You didn't even know what you were buying, because we hadn't even told everybody yet. Check this out. So this is where the game, you can put your game disc in here, or your steel book edition or whatever. There's this one box that includes, these are keychains of all the vault keys. Now notice, you've never seen any of these vault keys, so some of you guys are gonna zoom in on this and spoil some shit. None of these are Lilith's map vault key, which of course, if you played Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary, I'm getting the spoilers away here. Yeah. We got these action figures. There's 12 minifigs. Yeah, pull some of these out here. They're super awesome. Look at, this is Tyrene. Look how awesome that is. Right? And then pull out Ellie. She's my favorite.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Look how badass that is. Isn't that cool? You guys zooming in on this?
Yeah. It's killer.
So there's awesome stuff. So we raised hell, because there's a lot of people that would want this that never got a chance to get it. So we're going to tell you about that. I've got a chance right now. We got this collector sample sent to us. The only collector samples that Gearbox has access to is right here at PAX. This is the only one. And I thought, look at this. This is a model, like an old school Snap type model. Yep. Look at the packaging. It's like Torg, and we did all this stuff. Yeah. And then the instructions. Check this out.
Yeah, all the artwork here too was done internally at Gearbox, which is awesome. So we kind of tried to cater all the pieces of it to be something that you would find in the actual
cloth map of the universe. There's a lot of spoilers on there.
Yeah.
So,
don't look.
No peeking.
Shout out on your board.
Yeah, but this is it. So I thought it would be fun to have a contest right now. I'll play a little game with you guys. and maybe give one of you guys a chance to win it. Now, I will have to tell you, the people at Gearbox are kind of mad that I brought this, because this is literally the only one. They're all gone. You can't get them. They're sold out. They don't
I don't
exist.
have one.
And they want me to bring this back and keep it in the studio. And frankly, I kind of want it myself, because it's pretty freaking awesome, and we don't get the physical stuff. Check out the lithos that come with it. I mean, that artwork is just sick. And yeah, well, so I don't know. What do you think? I know you guys know I'm a magician, and I might be rigging the game that I'm going to play, but I think we should try it. I think we should give a few people a chance to win this. Should we try it?
Yeah.
All right.
Should do it.
I need to pick, we need some help. I need a random volunteer from the audience. So somebody's going to get this t-shirt. I'm going to throw it out into the audience. This is the t-shirt. I think if you guys want one of these, I think they have a merch booth somewhere out at PAX. But actually what I'm going to do, I'll tie it into a knot so I can throw it. And I'm going to throw this out into the audience. Whoever catches it, you can keep the shirt. But you're going to help me pick 3 volunteers. We want to make sure it's totally double blind. The only rule is whoever comes up on stage, you cannot have met me or know me personally, and we've clearly not arranged anything, okay? I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to throw this into the audience, and whoever grabs it, please don't fight over it. Whenever you grab it, stand up, and I'll turn back around, and we'll introduce each other. Okay, here we go. Ready? Who got it? Did somebody get it? Can you stand up? Hi, what's your name? Sorry? Chad. Nice to meet you, Chad. I'm Randy. Thank you for your help. Congratulations on your new t-shirt. Now listen, first of all, do you guys trust Chad? Is it because he's named Chad? Listen, you guys, it's not his fault. Some parents decide to name their kids Chad. There's nothing they can do. There are so many beautiful Chads in the world, and we need to just love and embrace them all because frankly, they need it. They need it more than any of us. Can we give this Chad a chance? Okay. Chad, you've got a job to do. Turn around. You're gonna look for 3 people. Pick a guy first, and hold on. And they have to agree that they don't know me. Okay? Pick somebody, Chad. Who's being put? If Chad picks you, stand up and meet up my enforcer friend over here off to the side. Chad. Chad, pick somebody. Who'd you pick? We got 2 more choices to make, man. Let's make this snappy. Who did you pick? Pick someone, Chad. Pick a dude. Chad, please pick a dude right now. Chad, please pick someone. Okay, this guy. What's your name? Todd, come on up here, Todd. Go to the enforcer. Chad, stand up. Pick someone else. This time, pick a girl. Pick a woman. Please make a decision, Chad. I'm sorry this is taking so long, you guys. It's my fault. I picked Chad. Chad, you picked her. So harassment works, apparently. Is that the lesson? Okay, it's okay. What's your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name? Goose. Oh, boy. This is gonna be trouble. Chad, you have one more choice to make. Another guy, or anybody, whoever you want. Pick somebody. Chad, did you pick someone, please? What's that? Up there? Can you get down here? I don't know. Thanks, Chad. Please make your way to the stage. I'm going to need your help for this. I love Chad. I don't know what you guys, come on. Chad is great. Can you guys please come down as quickly as you can, come to the stage. Let me tell you what we're going to do. I have prepared some envelopes. And inside these envelopes is a ticket. Now, 3 of these 4 envelopes contain a boring, plain white ticket that has the word loser on it. One of these envelopes contains a beautiful golden ticket that says winner. Now, I'm not going to even play the game. Are the three ready? Can you guys come on stage, please? Can our enforcer help get them on stage? Please bring them on stage. Let's welcome them on stage. We'll meet all our contestants. Please, can we just get them on stage? Okay, and we're gonna let them make all the choices. We're gonna let them make. I'm not even gonna play, and their job is to try to pick the envelope that doesn't have the loser ticket, but has the golden ticket. Hey, see these T's? One of you stand right here. One of you stand here. Here, you stand here. That's fine. Why don't you stand in the middle? There we go. Okay, and I'll stand over here. Now, what's your name?
Todd.
Todd. Todd, could you actually step up to the microphone? Todd, I'm going to tell you about these envelopes. Okay, now all of these envelopes, they all have something written on them. In fact, the first envelope, envelope number 1, has something written on it. This is the only envelope that has something written on it, even though all of the other envelopes do have something written on it. It's just not something. It's something else, except it's not something else. The question you have to ask yourself, Todd, is would I put the golden ticket in an envelope that says something on it, even though we know that all of the envelopes have something, even if it's not something that you want. Don't think about it too hard. Todd, I have a second envelope. If you don't go for envelope number 1, you might go for envelope 2, which says nothing. Envelope number 2 says nothing, even though that means it does say something, but as I promised, it doesn't say something else. Todd, the question you have to ask yourself is would I put the golden ticket in the envelope that says nothing? It says nothing. But what if it contains something? Maybe it's a double-double bluff. It's a head game. This is how I mess with you, Todd. I intend to win. On behalf of the Gearbox team, I intend to win. If you don't go for envelope number 2, you might go for envelope number 3, which says yours. Envelope number 3 says yours. And of course, you might think this is yours because it says yours. But you might look at this envelope and you might think to yourself, would he put the golden ticket in an envelope that says yours? Because by looking at it, you know it's not yours, you know it's mine, but it's not mine, it's yours. If you don't go for envelope number 3, maybe you go for envelope number 4, which says mine. Now, of course, mine is much bigger than yours. Get over it, it's genetics. But you have to ask yourself, Todd, right? Todd, would I put the golden ticket in the envelope that says mine? Because you might look at this and you might think that it's yours. But no, this is mine. The other one's yours. This one is mine. So Todd, I'm going to count to 3. And when I do, you're going to say the name of the envelope. Whichever envelope you name is the envelope that you will receive. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
Nothing. And can we agree that the choice that you made was your choice and yours alone?
Yes.
And that this has been completely fair? I believe this is nothing. Todd, I want you to open the envelope that says nothing. Look inside. Make sure that inside there is a boring, white, irrelevant ticket that says loser. Oh, take it out. That's it. That's what's in, right. It says there's nothing else in the envelope, right? Nope. There's nothing else. Hold that ticket up for everyone can see it. Todd, I'm not saying that you're a loser, but I am sorry you did not win. Can you please take a step back? What is your name? What is your name? Goose. Goose, would you mind taking a step up to the microphone? Goose, I'm not going to go over the envelopes again. I think we've done enough of that. But Goose, I'm going to count to 3. When I count to 3, you're going to name an envelope. The envelope that you name is the envelope that you will receive. Goose, 1, 2, 3.
It's all yours, baby.
Can we agree? Can we agree that you made a completely free choice and that this has been completely fair? You said yours?
Yes, yours.
This is yours. Goose, take the envelope that says yours. Take yours, open it up, find inside, there's a boring white ticket that says loser. Show everyone the ticket. There's nothing else in the envelope. Is that correct? There's nothing else in the envelope? Goose, I am not saying that you are a loser, but I am sorry. You did not win. can you please take a step back? What is your name? Why is there a fourth person on stage? I'm sorry, this is a game for 3 people. I'm playing against 3. Chad, you had one job. Now I've got to send this fourth person back. What's your name? Ian, would you mind taking a step forward? Ian, we've got 2 left. Something and mine. I'm going to count to 3. You're going to name an envelope. Would you be surprised if I told you that I already knew what you were going to pick?
No.
Have you made up your mind already?
Yes.
Would I be wrong? Would I
know.
be correct if I told you that you were going to pick something?
No.
I wouldn't be correct.
No,
you wanted mine.
Yes.
This is going to fuck with you later. Go ahead. Take mine. Open it up. Inside, there's a white ticket that says loser. There's nothing else in the envelope.
Nope.
Ian, I'm sorry. I'm not calling you a loser, but you did not win. Can you please take a step back? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, I have something. Any of you could have had something.
Really?
You could have all had something, but no. You wanted yours. Or mine. But if you would have chosen something, if you would have just been brave enough, you could have had it. The one envelope that contains the golden ticket. Thank you very much. You don't trust me? Okay, fine. We're gonna open side, and inside, look at these. That is the golden ticket. Now, hold on a second. Ian, Goose, Todd, you guys are all winners. I told a bit of a fib earlier. Now, I was not lying when I said that the only commercial samples that we have are here at PAX. I was lying when I said there was only one. We actually have 3 commercial samples. One of you gets to have the one we just unboxed, and we have 2 that have not even been opened. You guys, these are for you.
Congratulations. You're welcome. Congratulations.
Let me get this.
You get the one that had with all tickets.
You probably want the box too. It's awesome.
Probably want
Once you got
Some of you guys are probably disappointed now because you know, hey, thank you guys so much for your help. Give it up. Give it up for Goose, Ian, and Todd. I know some of you guys are probably disappointed because you would have wanted your own chance to get a diamond loot chest, collector's edition. We may have made something happen here. Erica, she runs licensing at Gearbox and runs our loot box store. Erica, can you come out? Do you have a mic? Use that mic. Erica's going to tell us how we can get a loot box.
All right. Sorry that Chad rejected all of you guys. All right, so when Gearbox makes a collector's edition, a lot of hearts and souls really go into that. I mean, it is like a love letter from the developers to you guys, more like a sonnet maybe. This is a big deal. They really, really pour a lot of work into these. And so when we found out that these were gone before most of you even had the chance to know about them, we weren't really cool with that. We thought that was a big bummer. So we went back to the manufacturer and we said, what can we do about this? And we were able to get a small number of additional Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Editions. Probably not enough to go around. So we definitely expect there to be more demand than we have supply, so we decided to do what they do with theater tickets or even convention passes sometimes. We are going to let you guys register your interest in buying one of these collector's editions, and then we will randomly select some people to get first dibs on them. So starting right now, actually, if you go to gearboxloot.com, you can register. You're going to have a week to register, and you don't have to rush and do it right this second because it is not a first come, first serve. Anyone who signs up during the week that we're leaving this open is going to have an equal chance. When that week is up, you'll get an email if you were selected. You'll have 48 hours to claim your loot chest through that email and purchase it. If you don't do that within 48 hours, somebody else is going to get it. Maybe it'll be Chad. And we know that if you want one of these collector's editions, you probably have already pre-ordered the game somewhere. So don't worry about having to double buy the game, because this one actually does not have the game in it. And because of that, I realize I'm trying to pitch not having the game in it as a good thing, but bear with. I assume you all already are getting the game, and you're actually going to get a little bit of a price break on this if you are selected. So these are going to be $189.99. And again, gearboxloot.com. We've put it at the top of the page in your face. You should not be able to miss it. You can go there starting right now, and you have until next Friday to sign up, register your interest. You do have to be 18. You have to be a resident of one of the participating countries. It's actually a pretty good country list, so international fans, we got as many of you as we can. And while you were on gearboxloot.com, you didn't think I was going to come up here without a pitch for t-shirts, did you? We actually have new designs up today, including Risk of Rain 2 and first ever Homeworld 3 t-shirts in the world.
Thank you, Erica. I'm pretty stoked on everything that Erica's been doing and her team has been doing for licensing. I always love the physical stuff, and we don't know how to do it. We know how to make software. So to have physical stuff is rad. Hey, who likes to party? So one of the traditions at Gearbox is we have a launch party, and we do this in Dallas. And if you can get to Dallas and you can register, you're all invited. It's going to be sick. This thing's going to be on September 6th. It's a Friday. It's 1 week from today, I think. And check out who's playing, right? We've got Salt and Pepper's DJ Spinderella. We've got Mixmaster Mike from the Beastie Boys. The Heavy, who did Shortchange Hero in Borderlands 2. They're coming back. And there's a big surprise about that you'll probably find out about. And we got some other surprises. It's going to be an awesome party. You guys are welcome to come celebrate with us. You can go to the website. I don't see it on the slide there, but I think you can register on. There's a party website. You can probably find it on the internet. We look on social. We've promoted it, and then you can register for a chance to get a free ticket to the party. If you cannot make it to Dallas, you cannot be with us live, join us virtually. This is the first time we're going to stream the party. We've got some partners that have helped us, including 2K Games and AMD and Logitech and some other folks, and they're going to help us share the celebration with everybody. In fact, one of the cool things about this party is live, when it's happening, we're going to have a live host. And the live host is going to kind of make a show out of it. In fact, I think we're going to do the very first of a new show that's going to happen at least once a month, and it's going to be called The Borderlands Show. And the host for The Borderlands Show is none other than Greg Miller from Kinda Funny Games. Do you guys like, yeah, all right. And look who's here, Greg Miller's here.
What's up, Seattle? Hey, Randy, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
So, this is going to be awesome. I can't believe you're doing the Borderlands show.
I can't believe either. I mean, you know, if you didn't know the story of Kinda Funny, we're a group that started making YouTube videos in a spare bedroom, and now this is our first partnership ever, making a show for you guys, making it for 2K.
I never thought that shaving your head would lead to this.
I know, it's surprising how our relationship began, Randy, and where we are now. But no, I'm super stoked about the Borderlands show,
This is going to be great. And you know what? You're here right now.
Right.
I've got a whole bunch of
you
the
have a
team
whole bunch of
backstage.
people back there.
Should we just start the first episode of the Borderlands show right here, right now, live? You guys be into that? Do you want to do it, Greg?
Yeah, I do.
Let's do it.
Get out of here. Let's do some Borderlands talk here.
You guys have seen enough of me. Let's get the team out here,
Randy. Let's get some developers out here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Scott Kessler, art director on Borderlands 3. Paul Sage, creative director. Matt Cox, lead boss designer. And of course, Anthony Nicholson, senior producer, Borderlands 3. Gentlemen, please join me on out here. Talk about Borderlands 3. Finally, am I right? Come on. Let's hear about it. Paul. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling right now?
Good, man. A little tired, but excited to be here.
Yeah, you're finally at the finish line here, correct?
The start line for everybody in the audience.
It's interesting you put it that way, right? You guys are coming off of Gamescom. One of the big conversation points there was what happens in the end game.
Yeah.
What happens in the end game? What happens when I hit level cap?
All right, let's not be coy. So at Gamescom, we talked about Proving Grounds and we talked about Circle of Slaughters. I mean, that was the first big hint, right? We were talking about repeatable gameplay. So something kind of weird happened is we looked at the people who are currently playing Borderlands 2 for the inspiration for developing the end game. I think there's something like 2 million unique logins per day that we checked in June on a game that's 7 years old. So we looked at like what do people like? What is it that's bringing them back? Repeatable gameplay, right? Big thing there. You get new monsters. You never know what you're going to get in the zone. You get advanced character growth. I think everybody knows about advanced character growth, and believe me, these things have meaning to what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
You have a good core gameplay loop. Like everybody loves the shooting and everything else. And then finally, you know, one of the big things that we are talking about is, you know, this advanced character growth that we have. And so we've done a lot with our characters. If you've seen the 4 characters, now we get to talk about what's going to happen to them beyond finishing the main story.
And so, what happens then beyond finishing the game? Proving Grounds we've seen. Of course, there's a Let's Play up, youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Go watch it. But more importantly, I think one of the things I saw that was teased at Gamescom was Guardian rank. What is that, right? That's the new souped-up badass rank? How does that work?
Yeah, so Guardian rank is sort of similar to what we did with the badass rank from the last game, but there's some differences in that, though. This time it unlocks once you beat the game.
I think we can skip ahead to a slide that has Guardian rank on it, right? Like this is true Vault Hunter, but here's Guardian rank right here.
Yeah. So right here, you can see that this unlocks, and it's a little different than Borderlands 2. So in this one, as your XP goes up, you get these tokens, and then you can go in and you can spend them on the trees as they go through. So and again, you can do this infinitely. There's no hard cutoff or anything. You can just keep going and going.
Your stats keep climbing.
Yeah, and the more you build into certain trees, you get unique perks that go in terms of those too. And you can kind of see some of this going here.
So this obviously is the idea behind what's going to keep me coming back for Proving Grounds, right? I want to come back with my friends. I want to keep running. I want more loot. I want more bat.
For sure. Anointed gear, which is a brand new type of loot for Borderlands 3. Now that's not a new rarity type, but when you come upon some anointed gear, it's going to have special attributes that coincide directly with player skills. So for this one in particular, this gun, the Searing Reflexive Ingwa, which I learned how to pronounce right before the show. Yeah, on the action skill end, the next 2 magazines will have 50% additional bonus corrosive damage. So yeah, there's a lot of great fun that can come, and a lot of great perks for the player skills that'll happen when you find an anointed shield or an anointed weapon or anointed grenade mod. And as the challenge keeps getting more challenging, it becomes a lot more important to find anointed gear.
Yeah. Don't know if we can back to the slides. I'd like to talk about True Vault Hunter
Yeah,
mode.
so I saw a slide about True Vault Hunter mode, and you know, in Borderlands 2.
It's working. You're back.
True Vault Hunter mode. So, you know, you complete the main missions, you go back, you play for your second playthrough, and whenever you would go back through the areas, we would have, you know, specific combat difficulties for those areas. But now in Borderlands 3, what we've done is you play through in True Vault Hunter mode, and every area that you unlock as you go will actually auto-level to the character as you progress. So you're always getting a really good challenge. So that means more difficult enemies and better loot.
Well, it means, I think, replayability, too.
Absolutely.
Right, that's the biggest thing I think we all want out of that. That's what I always want out of Borderlands, right, is the reason to come back and do more. The reason to exist with my characters and my people.
Right. Now, so one of the things that we get to announce here today, and that we're showing you right now, everybody's like, what's going on? This is Mayhem Mode. This is the bread and butter for the veteran game, the end game, which is, you can see that we have an IO that you interact with. You interact with this IO, and you get to pick between Mayhem Level 1, Mayhem Level 2, or Mayhem Level 3. Now, don't pay attention if you're seeing the numbers, if you're screen capping at home. These numbers are BS. They're all made up. But you will see stats in there that are very important for what's going on. So Mayhem Mode provides a more difficult challenge. Monsters become more difficult. Enemies become more difficult. We have better XP rewards for that. All right? And then we get into something that's really cool. which is the stats on the enemies change. So there'll be enemies that, you know, we can see if we have a map up here. If we don't, I'll just keep talking about it. But it's basically the enemies will take on new stats. So you never know what you are going to get. You can basically have enemies that are, you know, almost immune to fire. You have enemies that are immune to different things. You just never know what you're going to get in Mayhem mode. It changes the gameplay experience completely. It's a huge deal, and the team's been working on it for a while. So I'm really excited about Mayhem mode. And all 4 of those things we brought up today covers just a bit of our end game.
Just a bit.
Just a bit of the end game. There you go.
So keep talking about the rest of it. I mean, no one's going to kick you off stage. People waited outside for hours.
Yeah, here we are. So you can see the map, and you can see that we're in Mayhem mode. You know, hopefully people can see that behind me. You can see Mayhem mode. You can see some of the stats as you pull that up. So every time you go into a new map, you have new stats. If you change it, you make it harder. It's, you know, we've been getting a lot of internal feedback from, you know, our testers, and they've been saying, you know, hey, love this mode. So I hope everybody out there loves it.
Yeah, I got to say, Grant Kao really did a knockout job working on this stuff, and he's put a lot into it, and the team really is adding to that replayability like you're talking about.
Is this, like, from the onset of planning what Borderlands 3 was going to be, were you guys like, we have to make a game that when you get to the end game, it's just getting started?
Yeah, absolutely. That was something that was really critical is, you know, we want people to keep playing this, you know, for another 7 years as well.
Are you guys excited for it? Sounds pretty good. Do you guys have anything else you want to announce? Anything else you want to tease?
I mean, no.
I tried, everybody.
I get hurt
first
if that happens. Yeah.
Well, remember, everybody, the Borderlands show premieres September 18th. It's going to be on Borderlands' Twitch, Borderlands' YouTube. You go out there. Paul, you're coming to San Francisco to be our first guest.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, well, it's going to be me and Fran Mirabelle III, so you better strap in, all right? We're going to have some questions for you.
All right, man, I'll be there.
All right, great.
Yeah.
We want you to be a part of the show as well. Obviously, we're building the show for you. It's a Kind of Funny podcast for you guys. So head over to kindoffunny.com/Borderlands. You can submit your questions for Paul himself. You can give us your reviews for the game once you start playing. But yeah, we're very excited to be part of this.
Very. All right.
Now tell something else, Paul. Tell us something exclusive else.
You can see Mayhem. I think we're gonna bring Randy back on stage for a little bit of a wrap up here.
Fine. Seems like you're just trying to get out of it. Seems like you're trying to wiggle out of asking any of my questions. Because I have a lot of questions about Endgame beyond this.
All right. Well, then we have something to talk about in San Francisco.
God dang it. All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the developers of Borderlands 3.
Did you guys talk about DLC at all?
That's your job.
Do we have a slide for that?
We do.
So, you know, we don't just stop just because there's all this incredible endgame content in the game. We keep going, and there's going to be a lot of awesome free content that's going to come to everybody who plays Borderlands 3. The first thing that we're announcing today is sometime in the next month or so after the game launches, we're going to start the Bloody Harvest event. And this is a free content update for everybody. It includes a lot of fun new activities and gameplay and unique event rewards. Nobody has to spend a dime. None of that microtransaction junk. And then after that, or actually around the same time, we're going to be bringing the new takedown. Takedown is the new word that we're using to describe kind of like what we used to do with raids, but they're even cooler and better now. The first one is a Maliwan takedown. It's, again, a free content update. It has an all-new map inside of it, and it's a lot of fun. There's going to be some new enemies. There's an all-new boss that's a big freaking badass raid boss that has some incredibly badass loot. And for endgame players, you're going to absolutely dig this. You're going to want to get in there with friends and mix it up with there. And then, of course, for anybody that's jumped in with the Season Pass, or if you got the Super Deluxe Edition that includes the Season Pass, which I recommend, by the way, because that's stupid value. The DLCs that we're building, you know, we went gold a few weeks ago and we started working on the DLCs, and I've been working with the narrative team to build the outlines and getting with, and you know, Paul and and Keith, the mission guy, and our narrative designers. We've just been having fun with this DLC. And I can already tell you, if you think of like the best of the DLC we've done in the past, like that's kind of like the threshold for where the bar is for every campaign DLC that we're doing this time around. It is absolutely nuts what we're going into. We're so excited about it. And we're going to be announcing the first DLC in a future episode of the Borderlands show with Greg Miller. So definitely keep tuning into that. And you guys, I think we're almost done. I think we're almost done here. So what have we learned? Well, we learned that security takes a long ass time. Sorry, everybody. Thank you guys for being patient for that line taking so long. I'm sorry for everybody who missed the first part of the show. Hopefully you can catch it, watch it again on video after the show. But we learned that, wow, Gearbox Publishing is super busy. Super, super busy. Trover is amazing. I haven't played Trover much myself, but my wife played the entire game. It was freaking hilarious. I was sitting next to her on the couch while she played it. It was absolutely hilarious. Highly recommend that. Bulletstorm, one of my all-time favorites. You can now play it on Switch. And Astroneer's coming to PlayStation 4 and has a retail release on PlayStation and Xbox because of Gearbox Publishing. And Risk of Rain 2 is absolutely killing it. That's amazing. By the way, actually, before I talk about Risk of Rain 2, did you guys notice that we announced Homeworld 3? Like, 3 is in the air, man. Somehow Gearbox learned to count to 3 and suddenly it's just happening. It's just happening. There's new DLC coming for We Happy Few. And yeah, I mentioned Risk of Rain 2. When you guys leave today, make sure on the way out that you pick up one of these. These are going to be given out by the enforcers. This is a collector's commemorative token. On one side, it says PAX 2019. On the other side, it says Risk of Rain 2. And my finger is covering a code, because that code is a free copy of the game for everybody in the room. So you guys are stoked. We also learned that just because I have friends like Penn and Teller doesn't mean that I'm any good at magic. No, but it worked, didn't it? And by the way, that trick was created by a friend of mine named John Archer, who I actually went to Cuba and hung out with John Archer, and he was the first magician to ever fool Penn and Teller on Fool Us with that trick. So I thought, and he gave it up for magicians like me to be able to entertain folks like you. And we looked at the loot box. We looked at the diamond loot crate, and we learned how we get a second chance, because Erica's awesome. So if anybody wants that, get your second chance. And of course, we learned that you can celebrate with us our launch party on September 6th, 1 week before the launch of Borderlands 3 on September 13th. So that's what we've learned, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys. Good night.
Scam Razor 55, my lovely. Me and Troy got the shirts you sent, and we'll send a pic of us wearing them on the show just as soon as we get the torsos out.
I love that pause. Just as you guys are a disgusting mess of humanity.
Horrible.
Cool, let's grab that one more time.
You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Want to get one more of that, or are we good?
That was it. That was...
Yeah, okay, cool. We just got one more left.
They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great. Gods don't negotiate! I love it! Love it! Anyway, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up.
That's fun.
That is fun, yeah.
I mean, I kind of grew up with Borderlands, like I played Borderlands, when I was younger. They were like part of my teenage years. Like I love playing it really late into the night with my friends.
Borderlands is very near and dear to my heart because it was one of those titles that I played a lot with my friends. And so if you would have asked me, like 10 years ago that you'd be working on Borderlands 3, I would have been like, nah, you're bullshitting me.
I had that childhood friend, and we ended up
playing Borderlands 2 together all the way through, and we ended up in the game industry at the same time. Now we get to work together on Borderlands. You know, we made vehicles together, so Borderlands will always have a special place in my heart because of that.
Being able to contribute my ideas and have something like a piece of me in that game is like incredible.
I remember beating Borderlands 2 and like getting to the end where you see all the awesome star map with the vault symbols and being like, I don't know how, but I want to work on that game.
Making games is hard. Like, making games is really hard. It takes a lot of different people, a lot of different minds. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
When we started working on Borderlands 3 over 5 years ago, there was really just one thing that mattered more than anything else to us, and that's that Borderlands 3 needs to be a worthy successor.
About 3.5 years ago, we made the switch to UE4, which meant everything that we had worked on and built up to that point were gone. And then all of a sudden, it was like being back in school. Like, I'm having to relearn everything.
And so it was kind of like building a bicycle while you're riding it. You're going down a huge slope on a mountain, on the biggest mountain you've ever slid down, and you're having to fix that back tire.
Figuring out the tattoo designs for the new Siren, I think I had to draw Mara's tattoos like 20 different times. I'd have the tattoo design laid out flat and just be staring into these spirals like, oh my god, I have to make it look as cool as the other ones.
Working on a intellectual property as prolific as the Borderlands series, there's a fair bit of pressure to make sure that we do it right, to make sure that we don't do wrong by our fans.
If you're not taking risks, if you're playing it safe, it's not going to work. It's just going to fall flat.
I view this game a lot like they probably felt making Force Awakens. It was like you have this catalog of things from the past that you've got to kind of fulfill and make sure those fans get, but we have to trudge forward. And I think we're doing that well. And I think we're trying really hard to keep the honor to what we have done, but move ourselves into a bold new direction.
We have goals. We know we want this game to do well. So people will analyze their own work and be like, I know this can be better. I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time.
It's really, really challenging. And I got to say that they really pulled off.
This is going to be a very unique story.
Hello, all crazy Borderlands fans.
So originally, I was tasked with making this burger.
Let me talk about Vaughn, because that's easy.
To me, the mission only came together when the jazz music was added.
I don't know where that idea came from.
Offhandedly, in a meeting, someone said, that might be used for a gun.
Vaughn is a special boy who doesn't wear any clothes anymore.
As its name suggests, it is a cockroachy rat.
He's like the most naked, but
it's a little bit more of a kind of darker missions that both of those teddy bears live in.
Why are you a plush toy?
Hey, I don't want to talk about it.
We had to perform a little bit more like,
The butt gun, oh man.
What's even real?
Oh my god, it shoots burgers.
It shoots burgers.
I don't know what they're expecting, but it's a butt.
I was sold. It's like, ship it, it's done.
I was like, wait, that's my bucket.
It's one of the smaller ones that probably sounds something like this.
Which is super goofy.
Or if it's one of the bigger ones, it might sound something like this.
But that's kind of what Borderlands is about.
Cut that.
The game is so fun to make. The team that we have is so fun to work with. And the fans are so great to work for that you cannot ask for more.
To me, Borderlands 3 is already a success because having witnessed all this love in the past few months is already more than we could ask.
That's just more. Why do I fight? I really think that It's those moments when I get emails from people who tell me that my work somehow inspired them.
I do what I do because games have really helped me through some tough times. It's been a way for me to connect with other people. We even had people that have talked to us and said like, oh, I met my wife through playing Borderlands, or me and all my college friends, like we bonded over this game. It's something that really matters to people.
That's been one of the reasons why we fight, is just to see the way that it inspires other people.
I found something that resonated with me and I went after it relentlessly. I know there's a lot of other people out there that have their dreams that they want to go after and they might be scared. And so that's why I fight, to show that like you can do this.
If I were to say thank you to fans, I would say thank you for laughing with us.
For being there and waiting, because we put our heart and souls into everything we do.
For keeping the faith.
It gave us purpose to bring you guys something that you could enjoy.
Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the fans that enjoy Borderlands.
And to everybody out there who's made a little piece of fan art or cosplay or just enjoys discussing our games.
That's why we get up in the morning. That's why we work long hours.
Thank you so much, fans. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you all very much for allowing us to have the privilege of building this game for you.
This has been a wild ride, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
I want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking with us. The waiting game is almost over. It's gonna be a hell of a ride.
We exist only to try to entertain all the people of Gearbox, all of the hours, years that we work. And Borderlands 3 is motivated by one thing, and that is your joy and happiness.
Well, what are we waiting for?
PlayStation